Welcome to SYBS students in this fourth lecture about the topic mineral nutrition. In previous lecture, we have studied the active uptake and in which we have studied the role of the cell membrane. In today's lecture, we are going to study about the two different theories, that is carrier mediated uptake and phospholipid hypothesis. In this energy requiring active uptake of the minerals, the first important theory is carrier mediated uptake. So let us see about this particular theory of carrier mediated uptake. The selective nature of cell membrane is due to presence of different proteins. Catalytic proteins are useful in the form of ion pumps. Carrier proteins are useful in carrier mediated uptake. Due to presence of these proteins, cell membrane plays important role in the uptake of the minerals. Let us see this particular carrier mediated uptake theory in detail. So this is the particular diagrammatic representation of this particular carrier mediated uptake. So let us see how it works. Cell membrane is made of lipid and protein molecules. So regarding this particular point, we have seen in earlier lectures how the cell membrane is made up of. Some protein molecules function as a transport proteins during uptake of the nutrients. Transport proteins are of two different types, that is carriers and channels. Carriers take part in active uptake while channels in passive uptake of the minerals. According to this theory, during uptake, binding of mineral ion to the carrier protein is essential, which forms carrier ion complex by the active metabolic energy. Binding induces conformational changes in specific carrier protein. In this complex, ion moves from one side to another side of the membrane. When complex reaches to the other side, the ion is released in the cytoplasm and accumulated in the cell and cannot move out. After release of ion, carrier protein gets reverted to original structure at outer surface of membrane and activated again for the transport of another ion from outer side into the cell. So in this particular diagram we will see how this particular carrier mediated uptake theory works. This is the particular portion of the cell membrane. This entire square box is seen in this particular diagram is of cell membrane. This is the particular outer side of the cell membrane and this is the inner side of the cell membrane. This entire direction is of the movement of the carrier protein molecules. So the carrier proteins are these particular carrier proteins present on the outer surface of the cell membrane, and they form a carrier ion complex and transports these particular ions from outside to the inner side of the membrane in particular direction, and again gets reverted to its original position and or original structure at outer surface of the membrane, and get activated again to for the transport of another ion. This particular process shows the diagrammatic process shows the how the carrier mediated uptake works. Now let us see why this particular carrier mediated uptake theory is active process. So in this particular process of carrier mediated uptake, the metabolic energy is required for the activation of the carrier and for the formation of carrier ion complex. Movement of carrier ion complex from one side to other side also requires the energy. Release of nutrient ions, for that purpose also the energy is required. Movement to its original position, again for to revert its original position of carrier protein, it also requires the energy, which indicates that this particular carrier mediated uptake is active process. Due to specific selectivity of carrier proteins, specific ions are permitted to enter or exit. Many carrier proteins, that is inducible proteins, are synthesized by cell for the transport of specific mineral nutrients. So we have seen in particularly carrier mediated uptake, the protein molecules or carrier protein molecules are required for the uptake of the minerals. So in this particular second theory, the molecule required for the uptake of the minerals is quite different. So let us see about this second theory, phospholipid hypothesis. The cell membrane is made of lipid and protein molecules. The main class in many cells is phospholipids. According to this theory of uptake, it requires some amphoteric or amphipathic compounds. So about these particular compounds you will get idea in the from the next points. So this particular amphoteric or amphipathic compound is or phospholipid molecule is lecithin, which is a membrane phospholipid. Now we will study how this lecithin molecule is, or what is the particular structure of the lecithin molecule. So lecithin molecule is charged, which is having charged polar head region with phosphate group. So which is having a hydrophilic nature. that is hydrophilic means water loving nature, which is required for the this particular lecithin molecule. And the lecithin molecule is having long tail region with hydrocarbons in the form of two fatty acids and having a nature that is hydrophobic, that it means water fearing or water hating. So this is the particular nature which acts both hydrophilic and hydrophobic nature, due to which it is amphoteric or amphipathic in nature, which is important in minerals uptake because such compounds can combine with anion and cation both. Particularly we have seen these particular minerals having anion and cation nature. So these particular minerals, with this particular minerals, these lecithin molecule or membrane phospholipid can react because it is having hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail. During uptake of ions, lecithin is synthesized and hydrolyzed in particular cyclic manner. We will see or we will discuss this particular diagram in detail after getting understood about this particular lecithin molecule. So during uptake of the ions, lecithin is synthesized and hydrolyzed in particular cyclic manner to collect and add the nutrient ion in the cell. Lecithin is synthesized from phosphatidic acid and choline. On hydrolysis of this particular lecithin molecule, these two different molecules get separated. This synthesis of lecithin requires energy, which is supplied by ATP hydrolysis, and of course if it requires hydrolysis of ATP in the form of energy, so it is an active process. Now you get idea about this, why this particular phospholipid theory is active process. Now we will discuss about this particular diagram which showing the how phospholipid hypothesis works. So this is the outer side of the membrane and this is the inner side of the membrane. So the lecithin, that is membrane phospholipid, is present on the surface of the membrane, outer membrane. By the activation of this lecithin molecule, they form complex with the minerals from outer side of the membrane, and after hydrolysis of this lecithin molecule, this ions or minerals from this particular lecithin molecule get transferred into the inner side of the membrane. These particular minerals get transferred by the hydrolysis of lecithin molecule or lecithin ion complex, and by the hydrolysis of lecithin molecule, the molecule get separated into the phosphatidic acid and choline. Again the particular these two compounds, phosphatidic acid and choline, get synthesized and transferred to the surface of the molecule, get reverted on the surface of the molecule as a lecithin molecule, and the process get continues. So this is all about the phospholipid hypothesis. From the next lecture we will study about the role and deficiency disorders of the macronutrients, that is phosphorus, potassium, calcium and magnesium, and micronutrients, that is iron and manganese, and what are the deficiency symptoms and how we will get a recovery. About the recovery, what type of solutions are there, we will study or we will discuss from the next lecture. This is all about the today's lecture, and thank you.